Hello, it's Erin. I'm back. Hey guys, so recently I took a little trip into New York City to the Javits Center because you know what was there? BookCon! If you haven't already checked it out, I vlogged it. I vlogged the whole thing, so check it out on this channel because I have the video up and I had a great time. And you know what I got there? I got books! And I am so excited to share them with you guys. Also, my birthday was a few weeks ago, so I also purchased a few books from Barnes & Noble as well. So I figured, why not include it in a big book haul? So I'm going to combine all the books that I bought for my birthday and what I got from BookCon. I got a lot of books, and I also got a lot of swag from BookCon as well that I will be sharing with you. I got autographs from a booktuber, an author, and I got a lot of signed books from a lot of fun authors because I went to BookCon to get some autographs. And you know, I'm going to haul those as well because why not? It's included, they're books. We're going to have some fun. So, without further ado, let's get started. I didn't get much swag while I was at BookCon because I was mainly focused on getting autographs by authors because I had got tickets ahead of time, and I was jumping from going to booktube meetups to going to author signings, so I didn't get much swag as I did in the previous years when I was there, and they weren't giving out as much stuff that I was interested in, but the stuff that I did get a lot of stuff. But one of those things, I got this beautiful tote bag obviously from BookCon. We got it at the HarperCollins booth, and it says HarperCollins Publishers. It says 200 on the front because it turned 200 years old. That's why I got it. And also, I wanted a tote bag because I didn't get much stuff like I did. And I thought I brought a suitcase because I thought I was going to carry around this stuff. But I didn't. So I carried around this little tote bag thinking I was going to get a lot of books. But I didn't get as much as I had hoped. But like I said, I purchased some books at BookCon for the autographing. So that's mainly what I mainly got. But I did get some swag, but not much. But this is just part of it. Also at the HarperCollins booth, they were giving this stuff away and you can grab whatever you wanted. These are on my lanyard. I got this at the last BookCon, but I'm going to show you these pins I got. They also say 200 on them because HarperCollins is 200 years old. And I also stopped by the Harlequin booth where Sasha happened to be. Sasha Alsberg of Book Utopia was also hanging out at the Harlequin booth, and you could write down your book nerd confessions. And we were talking, and then they asked me if I wanted to write down my book confessions, and you write them down, you put them on this little wall that you stick it up, and you don't have to put your name, it's anonymous, but I did anyway. And then after that, her publicist hands me this pin that says, Certified Book Nerd by Harlequin Teen. This was handed to me too, Harlequin Teen, and via Sasha Alsberg, and her publicist gave this to anybody who participated in the book confessions. It's a cute pin. And I guess I could wear it around anywhere because, let's be honest, I'm a proud book nerd. And I'm going to show it. Let's take a break from the swag for a little bit. And let's start up with some books. And I also got some samplers in here as well. The first thing I got at BookCon was I was doing this giveaway, and my mom found everything out because she had the little booklet because I went with her and she was telling me where to go, and I had made an itinerary, but that was mainly for the autographing because you get this booklet when you first arrive and you get the magazine. And I got this little sampler from an upcoming book from this author who is very talented, and I love her writing, and I got to read more of her stories, and I actually have another book of hers that I'm going to be hauling very soon. And this author is very talented. I guess this is from her upcoming middle grade series, and that is The Dreadful, The Tale of Prospect Reading by Alexandra Bracken. This is her new middle grade series. She wrote the Darkest Mind series, and she wrote Passenger. And she also wrote the second book, and it's a duology. And I'm going to probably read it and purchase it. And I just thought this was cool because they were giving this away at a booth, and it was so cool, and everybody was like getting it. Booktubers got it. And then also came with this cool magnet that I guess you could put on your car or your refrigerator. And it's a little sampler. It's not much. It's about maybe 50 pages or so, maybe about 60 pages. And it just tells a little bit of a story about the main character, and it gives you a little thing. I guess it's considered an arc. It's a chapter sampler, but it looks really cool, and I think I'm going to read it. It's similar to when I had my Lady Midnight chapter sampler when I went 2 years ago, so this must be very similar, but this is really cool. And the thing about BookCon is I like getting exclusive content to books that are going to be coming out very soon. I don't have that many ARCs, but this is just one of the many things that I have that's going to be released. I don't know when this book is going to be released. I'm not positive. It's probably going to get released very soon, but all I know is I have a very pretty chapter sampler of it. I don't know what it's about, but I am so excited. I probably will pick it up and read it when it comes out. And I'm very excited to pick this up and read it and read her book. And I don't know if I'm going to read the chapter sampler, but I am going to read the book. But it looks pretty good. The next thing I have, I stopped by an autographing at a booth because I found out about her signing because via Twitter and Instagram. Thank you, social media. I didn't know what she was signing, and she's also signing with this author, and I don't know what he was signing. We thought that we were going to purchase something, but turns out they were just signing this stuff. I thought it was a book, but it's just this stuff, which is cute because I wanted to meet this person and also meet this author, and it's an experience, and it's cute what they're doing, this little promotional stuff. And that is, I got this autographing from Natasha Poehler from Tashaopolis. She's a very sweet girl. I finally got to meet her. I got to meet Sasha. I got to meet Booksplosion. I got to meet Jessie, Kat, everybody else. You can check out my vlog for that because you get my reactions about when I met them. I met Natasha at the BookTube meetup along with Sasha and Emma and everybody else. And I went to her signing at the booth, and she was signing this. This is basically, she's promoting J.D. Neto's new book series, Whispers of the Fallen, and she's cosplaying as a character from it, and she signed it for me. It's not much to hold, but it's something cool, and it's an autograph from a booktuber. I don't have many autographs from booktubers, so this is an honor to meet her and get this. I also have a signed Whispers of the Fallen, or headshot of J.D. Neto. I met him as well. He was very, very nice. And everybody else was very nice. I got this signed as well. And the booth was so fun. We had nice conversations. And I got to meet these people and talk to them. And meeting Natasha was really fun too. And meeting everybody was fantastic. And I just like having these things so I can show them off and put them on my shelf. And be like, hey, I got autographs from authors and booktubers. What more can you get from that? Because there's a lot of author content in this video. So get ready for that. The next book I have here is an ARC of an author that I happened to find out about her signing because, my mom finds out about the stuff in the book. She was signing in one of the booths that you have to wait online for, and it was a fairly long line, but I figured it's a free book. It's an ARC. I'm going to get it because ARCs do attract us booktubers, and we're going to get it. So I got it. The book looks pretty good, and the author was very nice. I spoke to her about writing and stuff, and she was very, very nice. And that is Believe Arexic by J.J. Johnson. And this is an ARC of the book. It's a limited edition, and it's a BookCon ARC. It's available in the fall. I don't know when it's coming out. I think it's about a girl who's like anorexic. And from what I got from the author, she said it's about a getting better book. She told everybody this. It's probably about a girl with anorexia, but it looks very interesting. It's like getting over a mental illness book, which is very interesting because it's very big in BookTube today. A lot of people don't talk about it, but some people do. And it looks like a very interesting book that I think a lot of people will enjoy. And I like the fact that it's like the cover is so pretty. It's a little heart and all the drawings. And I love ARCs because you get the first look at a beautiful book. I also got it signed. I got this little thing from, I guess it's an audiobook or it's a mixtape. It must have to do with something that happened in a book, and it must be a reference to it. Here's another little card about it. It's, I guess, a tape thing, and it's from Peachtree Publishers, and it's also signed. It says for Erin, and she signed it. It's nice meeting authors and getting an ARC, so it is signed, and go get the book when it comes out. The next book I attended an autographing for. I had to purchase the book, but it was worth it because I got to meet this great author. She was really nice. I had not read her books yet, but when I was getting the autographing tickets, I picked out a couple authors I was interested in going to, and she was on the list. I said she's really nice, and I've heard about her through Natasha's videos, and I figured why not go to her signing. She's just a really nice author. I talked to her about writing again. I talked to a lot of authors about writing at BookCon, and you can bet I will do it again. This author, she was very, very nice. I'm going to read her books. I have not read her first book, but I have gotten it. I've hauled it before, and I am very excited to read her series because it's so good. I went to Barnes & Noble. I read the first paragraph in line, because you know you do that when you go to Barnes & Noble. You pick out books, you read them, and then you get them and you regret not buying them because, well, it looks good. But I did get the book for Christmas, and it was very good. And I also got the second book, and that is The Rose and the Dagger by Renee LD. I went to her autographing, and I figured, why not meet her? She's very, very sweet. She was so warm and humble, and she was so nice to talk to. I told her about my book, and she's so enthusiastic and sweet, and she's just a really fun person to talk to, and she's like a friend. And I was talking about Natasha, and she's like, yeah, she's so sweet and everything. We were talking about that stuff, and I didn't have much time to talk to her, but I had a great time meeting her. I also got this cool swag that I got a bookmark. This is from her other book, The Flame in the Mist. I was going to purchase this book, but I found The Rose and the Dagger because I wanted to get the second book. So, you know, I have to purchase a book. So I said, I don't have the second book, so I might as well buy it at BookCon, which gave me the perfect opportunity. And this must be a reference to the book. It's something else that she had at the signing. And it's also signed to Erin, and she signed it right there. And there's my postage, because they went around and they asked you, do you want it personalized? And I said, why not take the opportunity to get it personalized? Because it's BookCon. You're going to obviously get a book personalized. So I'm very excited to read this series. It looks very good. If you don't know what her series is about, it's a retelling of 1,000 Arabian Nights. And need I say more? And a girl volunteers for her sister to be with the king for the night, and he kills his wives the next day, but I think the romance develops and everything like that. It looks very good. I'm very attracted to books about kings and queens and princes and princesses, because I'm reading Throne of Glass right now, and I'm so engrossed in it with Dorian and of Hale and Selena, and also the assassin stuff too. But I like the story of princes and princesses back in the Middle Ages or something like that. I like the story of kings and queens. So I know I'm going to like this book. I read the first line. It was so good. Not this book, but this is the sequel. But I don't know much about The Wrath and the Dawn, but I know much that it's really good. This cover is beautiful. Like, you could see like the knife that goes through, and it has to do with the story, I assume, and it has the rose petals, and it's so pretty for a paperback. It's so pretty. It's beautiful. I cannot wait to read this book. It looks so good. I love the cover, the green. It's beautiful, and it just attracted me even from the initial cover, because I bought it and I said, this is a beautiful cover, and it's beautiful, and it just makes me want to read the book more. I don't know much about maps, and the map is so pretty. Like, you can tell where everything's from, and I like the idea of a map in a book because you can tell where the person's from, and oh my god, it looks so cool. And I think it's based off real places, but oh my god, it's so pretty. And oh, let's look at the book. Prologue. Let's not look at that because I didn't read the first book. From what I've heard from BookTube, it's very, very good, and I am very excited to read it. I'm going to get to it, as I say, in a lot of book hauls, but I don't know if this is going to happen soon. And The Wrath and the Dawn, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read these books. I'll probably marathon them. And I want to read all of her books if I have the chance, and she just is a very nice person and very, very good writing, and I'm just so excited to dive into these books. The next book I have here, my mom actually got this signed for me because we only had 2 signings per ticket, so book badge. And I was going to go to this one, but another signing was happening at the same time, and I will mention that soon. So my mom went online and got this one for me. It's especially personalized, and it's very special because, well, I didn't read her books, but I'm very excited to, and it's personalized from an author because my mom told her a certain thing, and I'm excited that she put it in my book because it shows it has character. My mom told me she's very nice, and I hope to have the opportunity to meet her face to face one day, but my mom was on her line. She got the book signed for me because moms are awesome and she'll do it for me. I was at another signing at the time, so I couldn't make it to this signing because I bought 2 tickets for another signing and this one, and we had 2 signings, and I didn't realize they were at the same time, and I already got the ticket, so there's that. So I said to my mom, why don't you just go to the signing for me and just get the book, because I was going to go to that one right after, but I didn't want to be late, and I ended up going to the Booksplosion Hell anyway, so it ended up working out in the end anyway. So I'm going to stop talking about my story, and I'm going to show you, and that is King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. This book is the 3rd book in the Red Queen series. I don't know much about this series, but I know that a lot of BookTube liked it. Most of BookTube liked it, and everybody loved it. I cannot wait to read this book. I don't know much about this series, but I know that I'm going to love it based off what I'm seeing with this series. I'm very optimistic about what this series is about, and I'm excited to read the third book. I have not gotten to this series yet. I will read it very soon. It's on my TBR. I'm going to read it right after the Throne of Glass series. I am so excited to read it. I can't say much about it, but my mom said that Victoria was very nice, and I hope to meet her again and get an actual book signed and meet her face to face, but it is signed, and I'm very excited about it. And my mom got this bookmark from the Strand, which is a bookstore in New York City, which I have to go to. And again, they wanted it personalized, so my mom got it personalized for me. And, ooh, look, it has a map. It says, to Erin, and then it says her name, and it says, happy birthday. You see? It says, happy birthday. It's so pretty, and I like the fact that she personalized it and made it happy birthday. She must told her it was my birthday, and my birthday was a week later. Actually, we went on my mom's birthday, but I am very excited to read it. This book looks so good. The cover is beautiful. The crown and the king's cage, like you can feel the beautiful words beneath the cover. Guys, you don't know how great this feels. I love the feel of books beneath my fingertips. I know I'm being creepy about it, but it's true. And booktubers and everybody and book lovers and Instagram people who love to buy books, and most of my followers, you are book lovers. You know you love to do this. Don't deny it. You love to do it. You love to do it. It feels so real rather than just a paperback, which I don't mind buying the paperback of The Rose and the Dagger because it was there. But this is beautiful. I had to pay $20 for it, but it was worth it. It's so pretty. Let's see what it looks like naked. Ooh, it's so pretty naked. Look, it's blue. There's different shades of blue. It's light blue. It's like a gray. Actually, it's not like blue. It's more like a gray kind of shade. And it's also blue here. And it says the beautiful title here. Usually I take the book jackets off if I'm going to read the book because I want to not ruin the cover, because if I bring it to school, I carry around Michael Kors bags and they're big and they're open, there's no zipper, so if it rains, the cover gets ruined, I get upset. And I learned that the hard way while reading Allegiant. Mid to the book, I said, you know what, I'm taking off the cover. And, well, I made the decision to do it. And I also put my books in plastic bags to keep them safe from rain, which you can also do as well. And sometimes when I read and my hair is wet after a shower, the pages get wet, but there's nothing you can do about that. So, but anyway, there's nothing I can do about paperbacks, but I do put them in plastic bags sometimes. It depends on how nice the cover is and if I like it, but most of the time I do. But when I go to school, it doesn't rain sometimes, and I walk around the campus, but when I do, if it gets a little wet, I'm not going to make a big deal about it, but usually the hard bags I make more of a big deal about. But I don't really care about what it looks like without the book jacket on. But how pretty is this naked? Ooh, ooh, so pretty, so pretty. Ooh, look when you open it. There's like the prettiness and the designs. And look at here, look at here. Okay, there's a map. Ooh, maps. There's a lot of books I'm seeing today in YA or fantasy that there's a lot of maps in it. And I was talking to my friends at the conference that I went to, and she was asking, like, does anybody like maps in books? Like, some people said yes, some people said no, but personally I think a map is cool because it gives like the idea of where your character is from, and we get an idea, which is something I would have liked in Throne of Glass, but we don't have that. But this is cool because we get like a little map, and it's so pretty. And I'm not going to look at the map, the pretty map, because I don't want to be spoiled. And I don't know if there's a map in the other books because I did not look at them naked and look inside of them. But this is a pretty map. It's so pretty. So pretty. So pretty. I'm not going to read it because I don't get spoiled like I said before. So we're going to close this. We're going to put the book jacket on now because we don't need to caress any more books. Well, not this one at least. We're done with that. So that is King's Cage. And it's also blurred by different authors. The snippets on the inside, bookmark almost fell out, but the thing is on the inside, and like I said, I didn't read the first book, so I don't want to get spoiled. And who would read the thing without reading the first book and go into this book? Like, that's not the way we do things. It's not. Don't look at me like that. You don't do that. You don't do that. I mean, sometimes we may get spoiled, but you don't do that. The next book I have here is a combination of something I got in January, and I also got the same copy at BookCon because she was doing a signing. She's my favorite author. You've heard me talk about her a million times and this series on this channel. And when I made my How I Became a Reader video and my writing video, I didn't know I was going to meet her at the time. So that was a big surprise for me. So hello, future Erin. You met this author and you loved it. I have footage of me meeting her and getting my reaction, so you can go check that out on the playlist that is vlogs, because it was really fun. I got 2 copies of this book because I got it the day it came out, because I wanted to get this other little sampler that I'll be hauling as well. And it was really an honor to meet this author, and I had a great time. She was so sweet, and I finally got to meet her after all these years of admiring her, and you know who I'm talking about. And it was just really fun meeting her. I finally got to meet her after these years, and it's sinking in because I'm talking about it out loud, and I can't ask for a better opportunity. I want to meet her again, along with these other authors. I'm so honored to get to meet all these authors. I have not read this book yet, but I'm excited to. I've read her other books, obviously, and that is Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. I got 2 copies of the book. One is one that's unsigned and one is signed. I got one from BookCon and one I bought in January when it first got released, because I bought it because the day it came out, because they were handing out a copy of We Can Be Mended, which is the conclusion to the Divergent series, told in POV and the hardcore fangirl that I am. I had to pre-order it, and I got it the day it came out, and I got the We Can Be Mended because I wanted that We Can Be Mended. And I heard a lot of things about it, but I'll get to that when I haul that. And yes, spoiler alert, I'm gonna haul that too. It's a duology. This is the first book. It takes place in space. It takes place around these 2 characters, a boy and a girl character. I think it's told in 2 POVs. I'm not sure if it's third or first, but it looks very good. Based off Veronica Roth's writing, I know I'm going to love it. I'm already sucked in. I watched the book trailer. I was sucked in from the minute I saw that trailer. And it was so good. I enjoyed it so much. I loved the trailer. I cannot wait to read it. I was going to read it before Throne of Glass, after Lady Midnight, but I said to myself, I said, let me just get to the books I haven't read first, and then I'll get to it. I hope to get to this book very soon because it looks very good. And yes, I'm holding up 2 Carve the Mark books. I have 2 copies because one is unsigned and one is signed, and me's gonna get some Veronica Roth books because I wanted to meet her. And the minute I saw her autographing on the ticketing, because I got pre-sale autographing tickets that cost nothing and you can go on. I hope they do this next year because it was a very good system. I said, hey, I'm gonna get that Veronica Roth signing, and I got it before she got sold out. So I'm proud that I got it, and she's so nice, and I got to meet my inspiration behind my writing, and she was honored to meet me, and she's like, thank you, and she was so sweet, and I got the opportunity to finally meet Veronica Roth. Maybe I'll do like a more in-depth kind of thing in another video, but it was such an honor to meet her. She's such an inspiration, and finally get to meet her and to get to tell her everything about her inspiring me. It was such a great occasion. I'm so excited to dive into her book and read it and read the next book and read every book that she writes, because her writing is amazing and I get sucked in every time. I'm so excited to read this book. I'm not too crazy about space, and what I've heard from, it's like, I haven't read this book series either, it's like Red Rising in space, like, I guess, I'm not positive, but I'm excited to read it. I've heard nothing but great things from BookTube about it, and I feel bad that I have not read it yet, but I will get to it very soon. I hope to. She's a great author, and it was just so fun to meet her. I cannot say enough without repeating myself, but it was such an honor to meet her, and I hope I get to meet her again at future signings, and maybe she'll be at BookCon next year, and I'll get to meet her again, I hope, and it was just an honor to meet her. Now let's get to the signing. I'm going to show you the signing one. This one's from January. They asked me, do you want it personalized? I said, yes, please. So it says Erin, and then it says Veronica Roth, and little stars. I guess that's her signature, and it's so cool. Look at it naked. Ooh, oh my god, guys, look, it's indented. Look like a map indented, and it looks so good. It looks so good. I cannot wait to read this book. And it's like indented, and you could feel it. It's rigid on the naked side. I've never seen a book so beautiful naked. It impresses me. Actually, the Legion Collector's Edition, which I have, by the way, because, yeah, you know, I hold that too. It has a little Veronica Roth signature on the inside. And I was surprised to see that too, because my reaction on that book haul, that was from like a million years ago. But this is so cool, so rigid. It says, you can't read, but so pretty, so pretty. It is rigid and blue and beautiful, and it says Carve the Mark on it in beautiful silver letters, and it's, this is beautiful. And oh look, it's gray on the inside, and look, this is on the, here. It's a map. It's on the inside. Again, I love books with maps because I like the idea of what's going on. But I'm assuming this is the world that's taking place and all the planets. God, this is cool. It's like a space book. Oh, I knew that. And the pretty cover signed. Woo! And I stated that already. And oh, look, chapter 1 opens up like this. And hey, look, the first chapter is 8 goes. Okay, I'm not going to read that because I'm going to get lost in her words. And I'd rather do that on my own time and not in front of a camera because, let's be honest, that would be strange. But this book is so beautiful naked. Let's put the cover on. All right, and the cover is also pretty here because you can also feel the letters and the beautiful picture beneath the cover. It's so pretty, and the oohs in the front, it makes it look so good. If this wasn't by Veronica Roth or by another author and I found out about it, it would attract me on a bookshelf. You can bet on that. And it's such a beautiful cover. The Divergent covers are so pretty with the fire, and I don't know who her cover designer is. I just love her covers. They're great along with other book covers as well. I gotta get the name of her book cover because I want a good cover like this for my book. I'm still thinking about covers because the author that I am thinks about those things. It's not strange at all. It's so pretty because I love this. I hope my cover is just as pretty as hers because I want my book cover to be just as beautiful as any other book out there, especially Veronica Roth and everybody else in book world and all these authors, all these great authors I got to meet and all the authors that I read their books, and like the Mortal Instruments books covers are beautiful, and so is this one. It catches your eye because it's shiny and it says honor has no place in survival, and it's a best-selling author of Divergent. I'm so excited to read about this because she's also known as the author of Divergent. I hope she's known for this too, not just like, hey, you wrote Divergent. I want her to be known as the Carson Mark author as well because she needs more recognition than Divergent. As great as that series was, she needs to be known for other books, and this is it. Because like, it's like, hey, you wrote Divergent, what else did you write? And you know what? She needs to be known for this because I know this book's going to be good. I have high expectations for it, and you betcha I'm going to review it on this channel. I'm very excited to read this. It looks like a very great book, and I'm sucked in. I cannot wait to read it. If I stop talking about it, I might just start reading it now. The next book I have, well, it's not really a book. It's a sampler, and I talked about this with Carve the Mark. I got this exclusively through HarperCollins. They sent it to me because they were doing a contest. Well, Veronica Roth tweeted about it through her publisher, which is HarperCollins, and they sent this to me. They tweeted that anyone who buys Carve the Mark the day it comes out, hence the second copy of Carve the Mark that I have, on the day that it's published, people will get a little chapter sampler of a, well, not chapter sampler, but a little short story of this certain thing. And not everybody can get it, like I said, if you get it the day it comes out, if you pre-order it. Now, I'm not a big fan of pre-ordering books or getting like things the day they come out. I'm probably gonna pre-order Zenith because it's Sasha's book and she told everybody to pre-order book, and I read the first half on my Kindle and it was very good, so I'll probably pre-order it and support Sasha and Lindsay in their book endeavors. But that's not the point. That's just an example of something I probably will pre-order in the future. But anyway, so I pre-ordered Carve the Mark, and I got this sampler from HarperCollins, who kindly sent this to me, along with others who participated. It was more like as a contest through the publisher. And what you had to do was the day you bought the book, you had to take a picture of the receipt to prove that you bought it on the day of. You have to send it through an online forum. I had a problem. I got an email from HarperCollins that Thursday. I think I sent it in that Tuesday, and a couple days later they said I filled out the birth date wrong and form. It kind of confused me. They gave me the opportunity to resend my birth date in. I sent in the picture again, and everything was fixed. They gave me till like that Monday, so I sent it in that Thursday night. Technically, it was like on the cusp of Friday morning, so I got it in time. And I got this beautiful little thing. It's a, not chapter sampler, it's a little short story. It takes place after the Divergent series. I heard a lot of controversy about this on Twitter, and a lot of people weren't crazy about the storyline. I did not hear about it. As far as I know, I don't think other booktubers read it because they probably read Divergent. They probably knew about it, but they're just gonna stop there, and I probably don't want to be like me and get corrupted by anybody else who might say it, but I'm just speaking for myself here. But I heard about it and I wanted to read it because it's Divergent. I got really excited, but then I think I got spoiled about it, but I try not to remember that. So anyway, basically with this little thing, A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people weren't too crazy about it. And honestly, I'm not letting this hype get to me. I want to let it die down. It died down a lot since then because this came out in January, or I got it in like February or whatever. And that was like maybe like 4 months ago. So nobody's really talking about it anymore, and I'm going to get to it very soon. And I'm very excited, but I'm not going to let all the controversy stop me from reading it. And I had gotten it after everybody had gotten it early, but I got it on time, and I'm very happy about it because it looks like a fantastic thing, and I'm excited because it has to do with my favorite guy in the Divergent series. Can you take a guess? 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 You got it. It is We Can Be Mended, a Divergent series epilogue by Veronica Roth. This takes place right after a certain character. I'm not going to spoil, but I'm just going to give a little non-spoiler version, and then I'm going to go into spoilers, so I'll give you a little bit of a hint when that's going to happen. It takes place after a certain character dies in the end of the series, and it follows a character surrounding that. And that's not much I can say. I thought he was going to end up with this other character, but he didn't, and I don't know if he does. I heard things on Twitter. I don't know. But now I'm going to go into the little spoiler section, so maybe just mute this section, and I'll let you know when you can unmute it. So, the spoiler people who did read Allegiant. Yes, this takes place right after Triss dies. It takes place in Tobias's POV. It's how he reacts after she passes away, and how David kills her, and all that stuff, the drama, everything hits the fan, and I guess it's his life after the factions are gone and everything happens, and he has his memory back. Obviously, Peter lost his memory and everybody else, so we follow him. This is about 30 pages. I just don't know how he's going to be. I heard he ends up with Christina. I'm not positive, but I don't want to be spoiled, so I'm just going to pretend I didn't read that spoiler, as previously mentioned. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to say in the spoiler section. So, spoiler section over. Okay, you guys can unmute now. I'll just put little caption when you can unmute it. Okay. Back to the non-spoiler people. This is about 30 pages, as previously mentioned in the spoiler section. Listen at your own risk. I warned you. If you didn't read the Divergent, most of you probably did. So it's about 30 pages long, and I got this through courtesy of HarperCollins, and I'm honored that I got this because it looks very good. I don't care what people say. I will read it, and I'll probably enjoy it. I'm hoping, but I'm going in there with low expectations based on what I've heard, and I don't know. Like, I just don't want to get my expectations up, and it's like, hey, you end up with this person. I don't know. I have my own theories. It looks good. Veronica Roth's a good writer. I feel like maybe people's popularity went down because of this, but I don't care. It looked very good, and I cannot wait to read it. The cover's really pretty, and it has like that Ferris wheel, and the We Can Be Mended, the Divergent font, and everything. This is the final thing in the Divergent series. This is the final thing, the final piece of Divergent that we have. And it's in my hands, and I'm a lucky one to have it, and I am very happy I have it. And I can't wait to read it. The next two books I have here are what I purchased for my birthday. I only purchased a couple because I went to BookCon, so I have enough books, and I need room on my shelf, or lack thereof. I'm trying to get a bookshelf, so I'm trying not to buy as many books, and they're expensive. So I only bought a couple books for my birthday, and these two are the very, very good books that I want. The other one, I have a story surrounding that, so get ready for that, because it's a very, very talky book haul, so get ready for that. The first book I have, the first of one of two books that I had gotten, I purchased for my birthday, because I'm cool and I get myself books for my birthday. Don't judge, because we all do it. Do not deny yourself, BookTube and fans. You buy yourself books for your birthday. Natasha does it. Christine probably does. We all do it. So I'm going to admit it here. I buy books on my birthday. That little rant is over. The first book I have here is, I had mentioned her earlier in this book haul. I got her chapter sampler, and I'm excited about this book because I got the first one. I have not read it yet. I will get to it again. Yes, I will. Don't lie to me. I will. And it's the second book in her duology. If I had hauled this in my other book haul, one of many that I did. It looks very good. YouTube read it. It's very popular. I said, I'm going to get this book for my birthday, and the cover is beautiful as well. And I just can't to read it among all these other books that I'll probably get to in a million years. And that is Wayfair by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book. that follows Passenger, and it's about a girl who skips through time. From what I heard from BookTube, it's a scavenger hunt through time. This girl, Edda, has to find these things through time, and it has to do with time travel and a lot of scavenger hunt-like stuff, and which really interests me a lot because I love history, and I love talking about history, and I love experiencing firsthand. History is a thing that inspires me, and I might write a historical novel, and I think I might get inspired from this. And I love history. I love the Titanic, the thought of that, and everything beyond that, like Greek mythology and everything that happens. So I know I'm going to enjoy this series. I love history. It's one of my favorite things. I did very well in it in high school. I did very well in it in my other college that I went to before the one I'm attending now. And I want to take more history classes because they're very, very interesting. It's one of the many subjects I find fascinating. And it's very interesting. And I don't mind taking a few history classes for fun because they're fun. But I'm an English major, so I'm going to focus on English for now. But this has to do with history, and I'm a very big fan of it. So the cover is beautiful, and the scavenger hunt through time is interesting. Let's look at it naked. Ooh, this book came out not too long ago, so you've probably seen it naked on other BookTubers videos. But it has a beautiful ship on the front. It's purple. The purpleness is beautiful. I love this color. It's so pretty. And on the side it says Passenger in gold. I love the gold. It like really does pop. And I know it wouldn't be on a bookshelf like this, but hell, it's pretty, and I like it. And inside it's gray, and ooh, look at that. Ooh, look, it gets better. Look, first page is Passenger. Ooh, look, it's black, it's reversed. Ooh, it's so pretty. Let's open it more. Ooh, London. It opens up with London. London. My favorite city in the world that I hope to get to visit because I love England. I'm going there. I want to go to London so bad, and I'm going there. So I'm so excited to go to London because I want to go there so bad. But I don't know why I opened it up to that. But I'm very excited if it opens up with London because anything with England, I will read. This book looks really good, and naked is beautiful, and I'll probably, again, read it without the book jacket on. The cover also looks pretty, because it probably has a reference to what happens in the book. I ain't gonna get spoiled, because again, this is the second book. I get books without reading them. Nothing wrong with that. The cover is pretty, and I like the molds of purple and the colors, because that really catches me, and I love all book covers. I get the hardbacks whenever I have the opportunity, and they're so pretty. I like the tree, and everything here, it's so pretty, and I love it so much. I can't wait to read it. The next book, I am so excited to read. I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited to read this book because I read the first book. I loved it. I just finished it recently. BookTube has read it, and oh my god, it's so good. I heard so many good things. I heard a lot of theories about it. I've not watched Christine's crackpot videos of this book yet, but I will get around to it eventually. I hope, because I don't know when I'm going to read this book. But I've been getting around to watching that video as well, and I will get to it eventually. But I'm so excited to read this book because I've been anticipating it since I finished the first book, and it was so good. And I book talked it. You can check it out. It's the most recent book talk I did. Hint if you can figure out what book this is. And I'm just so excited to read. This author is so talented. I've been anticipating it. It's my most anticipated read of this year. I'm going to get to it very soon before I get too spoiled again. Well, not get spoiled again, but just reiterating what I said before. I'm just so excited to read this book. It looks so exciting. I cannot wait. Oh my god, I'm so excited. You can see the reaction I had when I was reading the first book. And my book talk came out a little late because I was a little late to the party with this author and this book, so, but I don't care. I'm excited. And I have a story surrounding buying this book. I was looking for a book, and I was at Wayfair, and I said, there's another book that I was going to get. And I was going to force myself to get a book that I was going to not read or something like that, because I wouldn't waste my money on that. And I held birthday money, so I wanted to spend it. So I'm thinking, and then it finally clicked in my head, because I saw it on the table, and I said, wait, I gotta get this book. I've been meaning to get it. I saw it in BJ's, but I said, you know, I'm gonna get it in Barnes & Noble. 2 weeks later, I black out, and I think, just as I'm about to leave the store, I gotta get this book, because I've been meaning to get it, and I was so excited, and thankfully, I remembered it, and I was happy. And that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I am so excited about this book. It's so beautiful. It has a little Barnes & Noble sticker over, I guess, Julian's face, and I'm sad about it. Oh, look, the New York City skyline. Pretty. This book is so good. This is the second book in the Dark Artifices. The Dark Artifices, I believe, is going to be a trilogy. And the first book is Lady Midnight. I don't know what the last book's going to be, but this book just came out about a couple weeks ago. Actually, almost about a month ago. I'm late to the party, okay? So I'm very excited. I just recently purchased this book. It looks so good. I love this series. The books are so good. Cassandra Clare is a genius with words. Lady Midnight, I devoured that in like a month or two because it takes me forever to read her books. But you know what? It takes me a while to devour them and soak in her words. And they were so good. Lady Midnight was so good. The covers are beautiful. Her writing is fantastic. I cannot wait to read this and see what Mem and Julian have been up to since Lady Midnight. And if you want to check out my Lady Midnight book talk, it is on this channel under Book Talks. Just check that out if you want to know what happened in Lady Midnight, my thoughts on it, because it's a very interesting video. And it's a very talky video about Lady Midnight and Emma and Julian and all the beautifulness. I named my phone after Julian Blackhorn. I regret nothing because I love him. But oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm not going to tell you much about this book because you did not read Lady Midnight yet, because some of you viewers, I have met you at BookCon, new viewers, you have not read The Moral Instruments or The Infernal Devices or this series for that matter, so I'm not going to talk about it, and some of you probably haven't read it yet or probably will read it in the future. I met most of you in person, so I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. So I just don't want to spoil it too much for you, but I'm just going to tell you that this series is very good. So I recommend you pick it up if you have not read it, and it is so good. Now read The Moral Instruments first. I'm actually going to be starting Tales from Shadow Drift Academy very soon, which I'm very excited because all the events will line up and it'll be pure bliss. So I'm very excited. The cover is beautiful. I love this. Oh, look, an exclusive deleted scene. I didn't even see that. Cool. I think there was another one in Lady Midnight too. But I think that's a scene with Clary and Jason. Okay, you could go check out my book talk for that. I ain't going to spoil anybody here. This is not a spoilery channel, unless I give you a warning. But there ain't no warnings in this section. This is beautiful. I love the books on the back. And the cover is beautiful. You can touch it. It's rigid. You can feel the words and the beautiful Julian. I hate the sticker. It's not pretty. But when I book talk it, you'll see the beautiful cover, but everybody knows what it looks like. See this stupid Barnes & Noble sticker. It's so pretty. I feel the words. Guys, this book is so beautiful. I want to hold it and treasure it forever because it's so pretty. It's my most anticipated read other than Carson Mark, but it's so pretty. The book is big. It's almost 700 pages, so I'm excited. The other one was like about 600, and I was like, woo! Ooh, let's look at it naked. Let's look at it naked. I kind of got spoiled with the cover when I was watching Sasha when she got the book, but who cares? We're going to show it anyway. It's black and the blue. It says Lord of Shadows on it. It's so beautiful, and it's black. I love how the blue stands out on it. Look at the book jacket. Look how pretty it is. It has all the ruins on it. All the ruins. It gives you like, it has the mark of Cain, capability, grace. Does it have the Parabatai rune? Because that's cool. Because I could have used this because in my book talk, if you haven't noticed, some of you that have a good eye, I wore the Parabatai ruin on my arm because I cosplayed as Emma Carstairs in the video. I think I did a pretty good job. And Christine wore white in her other video, so I kind of monitored her look. Not copying, just getting inspired here by other booktubers. But I tried to mimic the Parabatai rune. I think I did a pretty good job. But I like these ruins. This is really cool. Like, I like how she puts these surprises on the insides of the book jackets. Because on the inside of Clockwork Princess, there's like a family tree of who's related to who, and that amazes me. I don't think the book jacket of Lady Midnight has anything, but this is a nice surprise. I like this. It's so cool, so beautiful. Again, I watched Sasha's video when she purchased the book, and I knew it was on the inside, but seeing it firsthand and on camera is so cool. I love this idea that she put on the inside. It's cool surprises that Cassandra Clare puts in her books. Bonus scenes, stuff on the inside of the book jacket. What's next? I love these surprises that are coming for me in these books. And someone in life too, because my life is surrounded by books. But I like these surprises that she puts in these books. It's like she catches you off guard and you don't know what's coming in these books, and it's like, they're good surprises. Sometimes a character dies in books, but that's a bad surprise, but sometimes good, but we don't know. It depends on how you look at it. And now it's my favorite time of the video. It's time to stack those books. We got Lord of Shadows, Wayfair, Carson Mark, both copies, King's Cage, Believe Erexic, The Rose and the Dagger, We Can Be Mended, because you need to add that when you stack. My autographs, and Dreadfall. Got it. Don't know how Christine or any booktuber does this. And there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 7 or 8 books here. I can't even haul books. What's wrong with me? I don't know. Maybe I need to be more educated in book hauling. I gotta watch more book hauls. Master, Christine, and the rest of BookTube. Anyway, how pretty are these books? Oh my god, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Look at the pretty spines. Time for a thumbnail, my favorite part of the video. Is this a good thumbnail? God, I don't know how Christine does this. Christine, how do you do this? It's hard. Thumbnail good? That is my video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked the books that I hold, and I hope I gave you guys some good recommendations to read, even though most of you probably did read these books that I read. But I hope you had a little fun in this video that I had fun doing. I am going to do more book hauls on the channel. I know it's been a while since I made a book haul, or February. I think I did one like January or February or something. But the point is, I will do more book hauls. It takes me forever to buy books because I'm trying to get books and trying to make room, but I will film more book hauls for you guys. More videos are going to go up on this channel. I want to give my new subscribers a little shout out. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I gave you a little bit one on the BookCon vlog, but I just want to give you a little bit of one now, and then I'll get to the end of this video. New subscribers, thank you for subscribing. You guys are awesome. I love meeting you guys at BookCon and talking about books and recommending books to you guys, and you guys recommended books to me. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to speak to you soon on social media. I spoke to a couple of you guys on social media already. You have liked my tweets. You have talked to me. You have liked stuff that I've retweeted or retweeted my retweet on Twitter. I say retweet a lot. But I want to say thank you for subscribing to this channel. And my videos are very fun. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to BookTube. Feel free to marathon all my videos, and there'll be more videos coming soon. I hope you like the content that's involved in these book hauls and these videos. Check out my writing videos, anything like that. Welcome to Aspiring Author Erin Rail, my channel right here. New subscribers and subscribers that will subscribe, people that watch my videos, hello, welcome. I just want to say thank you, new subscribers, for subscribing. Just a little shout and a little thank you for subscribing and talking to you guys at BookCon. If you are not following, I am at Rail Writing on Instagram and Twitter, and on Snapchat, I am at DivergentFan93. So follow, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye!